it is very nice that you didn't forget about your Chinese ancient Chinese heritage and influence. Some of them try to some of my other Chinese American friends try to distance from their parents' generation. We are American, although my face is Chinese, but we are American. But then you, on the other hand, your family, whole family, when you are West, you can be very American, and you can even be better than the other American. But on the other hand, when you want to recall the Chinese influence and the connection, you are also very Chinese compared with other Asian Americans. So I guess that has a lot of the influence, from your family, I guess, for the value. So 它的真正的事实上是这个价值啊，我觉得这个就像是企业一样。我们今天管理学院讲到价值，企业的话有一个文化，有一个基本价值。在 at the end of the day， 那不是这个技术啊，也不是某一个人，也是真正的是要企业有一个文化，企业有一个价值。那我们今天看到这个家族他们的 legacy 的时候，真正的事实上是他们是有价值的，他们是有一个 fundamental value 的，所以他们 shape 一个父亲在带领女儿。从台湾，然后中国大陆、台湾，然后到美国，在美国的社会里面打进了主流的社会，变成了最杰出的政治的经济的商业的、金融的这些的 aspect 是这些的价值。But in your recent years, on the business aspect, what sort of the business value, that influence the way? Because I notice you are. This is a family business. So family business is relatively rare, especially family business grew up so big. You have big family business, not a small SME. Grew up a family business. It's unlike other people. You didn't work for McKinsey or Goldman Sachs or whatever. You decided to stay with the family business. So perhaps you share with us, because you have all the qualifications. You can excel in Citibank, Goldman Sachs, McKinsey, but then you decide to inherit from your dad, grow up the family business. So perhaps you share with us, is it because you are the daughter, you feel obligated that you have, or you really feel passionate about this?
First, I should say 不敢当托大家的福. This, I think, just to one last comment to the prior questions that you raised. My father always said, when you're with Americans, you be American. When you're with Chinese, you be Chinese. Or when you're at home, you're the daughter. When you're at work, you're the professional. This is actually very Confucian thought. We have lots of different roles and lots of different hats that we wear in our lives. We're multifaceted people, and we should embrace that multifacetedness.
You adapted so well. You can wear so many hats, so many different faces. No problem for you to translate from one to the other.
But hats are great. Can you imagine if we had to be the same one-dimensional person all the time? It's really wonderful that we have these different roles that we have to play in both our families and in our society. I think that's wonderful. When you talk about business,
family business.
And family business, I'm incredibly proud and incredibly honored to be part of our company. And it is a family business, and it's not just because my father started it and I'm in it, but actually our whole company is very family-based. So we have Michelle is actually my father's Julie, and he just excused himself, so he'll be right back. And she went with him. She's really wonderful. Julie is my assistant here today. Our foremost colleagues are like a family. We eat together, we work hard together, because my father always said, we work hard. You're going to work most of your waking hours, so you should enjoy it, and that your colleagues are part of your family as well. So I have to give great credit to my parents, because, as you know, I'm the youngest of 6 daughters, and my oldest sisters are incredibly smart. And they're all pioneers in their own right. They really could do anything they wanted, and they did. See, that's what I think is so amazing, because my parents, when they first came to America, they wanted to make sure that we would be okay. right? They didn't have grandiose dreams for us. They just wanted us to be financially independent, be okay in life. And so when my oldest sister, so my parents have a tradition. They will pay for our college tuition. However, we do a 2-year internship at Foremost. So each of us had done this 2-year internship. And when my oldest sister did it, she was very good, of course, and she found it was not for her. So she wanted to leave the company. And my parents kind of had a little bit of a discussion, like, is this a good thing, and is she going to be okay? And then she wanted to do something so outside of anything we knew. She wanted to go into government service. And my parents had no concept of what government service was in the U.S.
So you're talking about Elaine.
My oldest sister, yes. But I have another sister that did state government as well. And so my parents were like, well, we have no connections, we have no relationship. How are you going to go into government? So...
That's exactly what I said. Fearless against the wind. You know,
Absolutely.
你有一种勇气就去挑战。
是的. My father is a life force. Oh my goodness. You have him by the wind at your back, you can do anything. And so my parents said, okay, well, if you want to try it, then try it. 就试试吧. You know, don't be afraid. Try it out. If it doesn't work out, then you'll figure it out. You're still young. And so my parents, I think, were very open-minded that they allowed her to go out, try something new, and of course she did very well. Then my next sister came in. She also did 2 years, and she said, this is not for me. And so they said, okay, well then you find your own way. And she did as well. And again, and again, and again, and again.
You stay more than 2 years. You stay a decade.
Actually, I was just with our Isabella Wu, the 总编辑 for 逆风无畏 and 淡定自在. She reminded me that I have been working with my father now for 23 years.
Really?
Yeah. I had a 2-year at business school, but other than that, we've been working together, or I've been working for him for 23 years. And I think I still learn from him every single day. 他的做人之道, oh my goodness, there's nobody that is more masterful and more thoughtful and considerate and 想着全面. He's just amazing. And so, yes, I could have gone to other places. I actually did do investment banking for 2 years. When I actually graduated college a year early in order to join Foremost. So as the last of 6 daughters, I knew that my parents were getting older. And ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to be at Foremost. So I was the only one that used to go on ships with my father. I had a little hard hat, and I used to have a little boiler suit, and I used to go on board the ships with my father. And I just loved it.
So is it true that amongst the 6 daughters that you are the one that character personality-wise most similar to your dad?
I hope so. But 这个很难说，我不敢当。I hope so. But I will say one thing.
That's the reason you are the 继承人.
We have a very similar sense of humor. So actually, we laugh about the same things. And when we're on conference, in the old days when we used to do conference calls together, he and I would have a very similar sense of humor. So that was actually great fun. But so when I wanted to join Foremost, I decided to graduate 1 year early. So I called my parents to tell them, one, I was saving a year of tuition. Harvard's expensive, so that was, a very good thing. And number 2 was so that I could join Foremost. And my parents said to me, you should find your training elsewhere. And that, to me, was incredibly disappointing. And that's when I went into investment banking.
But your dad didn't force you to join the family, because I met many a first generation. They say, don't come back. You have a better future elsewhere. You have a better future at Goldman Sachs, at McKinsey. This is only a small family business. But so it is entirely your personal voluntary choice to stay with Foremost.
It is, yes.
给他一个热烈的掌声。那么的热爱工作，热爱家族，热爱传承。
And the reason why it is because my parents passed on values, and Foremost embodies
价值的传承。
价值观念. These values, even at Foremost Group, our company, it still instills these values. Our logo, our motto is...
So share, what is your value? Share with us.
So our motto is honor, integrity, responsibility. So my parents always reminded us, we're not here to make money. We're here to provide a service to the world. We are trying to build bridges across the world by transporting goods from where they are produced to where they are needed, and we're hoping to build bridges amongst countries and amongst peoples. And we're trying to make the world a smaller, more connected, harmonious
这
world.
个是真的是以人为本，我要再翻译一遍 ，honor, integrity and responsibility。所以荣誉啊、正直跟责任赚钱不是第一啊 ，foremost at
Honor, integrity, performance.
performance, yeah.